is Matt King, and I am the president of the Missouri Association of School Librarians. And we're so happy you're here to join us for our first ever office hours for this year. And as part of office hours, it allows Massill's to share some of the great things that we're working on or doing within our organization itself and helps you keep aware of what's happening. So we will hopefully do one each month, focusing on different aspects of our organization. And I'd also like to thank the team who worked together to create the wonderful slides that you'll be seeing. So today our focus is, of course, membership perks, the More Leaders program, School Librarian of the Year applications, the Readers Award opportunity, upcoming professional development, the new Readers Award, as well as our IFC committee who's going to share.
My name is Marlena Howerton. I am the Massill's membership chair, and we are focusing on the membership perks portion of our webinar tonight. So the things that Jody was going to mention we'll be talking about reader awards, the lesson plan database, the Massill's library standards. We won't be talking much about region affiliates, but if you have questions, be sure to ask. We'll be talking about the Massill's Mentors Program, professional development, advocacy, scholarships, grants, and recognition. We'll touch just a tiny bit on that and then let Dawn speak more about it. The Professional Learning Network, leadership opportunities, and the member forum.
Hello, I'm Amanda Borner, and I am an elementary librarian in the Jackson R2 School District, which is in the Southeast region. I have a K4 building, and I'm on a fixed schedule. This is my 10th year in the library, 27th year in education. And I'm going to talk to you real quick about our website. The QR code will take you there, but also you can just go to massillonline.org and lots of information. Really just take a look around on the website. But for example, the calendar events, just when I looked at it again today, some of the things coming up was tonight's office hours, and then a fall PD coming up in October, Massill's Diversity Book Club coming up in November. So there's a whole list of events coming up. You can also renew your Massill's dues on the website easily. It'll also tell you when your membership expires, and that's helpful to me because I never pay attention to that. They'll also have information about spring conference, which everyone loves, PD, like I said, the fall PD, and any others. A lot of times different regions will do PD, so it may list that. The Readers Awards and List, which we'll mention again in fully on another slide. The standards, which again will be mentioned on another slide, but man, if you haven't taken a look at that, it's loaded with information. The forums, I hadn't looked at that much, but when I did click on it through the website, people have asked questions like, what kind of library catalog do you use? I know my district uses Destiny, but somebody had posted a question, what other library catalogs do districts use? So you can always find questions on there, or you could chime in, or if you have a question, it's a great way to put that there. Under advocacy, one of the things I've noticed there, I'm going to be honest, I hadn't looked at that much, but it has links to the Diversity Book Club and Intellectual Freedom, Diversity Initiative Stronger Together, and legislative updates under the advocacy tab. And then another thing we'll talk more into another slide is the lesson plan database, where you can add lessons and look at lessons. And then over to the right of the slide, you'll see the Massill's message. It's sent out on the third Tuesday of each month. And some of you have probably seen the book shelfies people have submitted. I know just recently, having been on the membership committee, I've put a lot of faces to names that I've seen. So that's been nice to see. Each committee's work, again, events that are coming up, a self-help column, because don't we all need some help? More PD opportunities, and then again, information on Readers Awards and lists. And then some of you probably noticed last week the Massill's mini message. That was right up my alley because my attention span by the end of the day is about like this. So I love the mini message just to look through and see what was going on.
Hi, my name is Lisa Mandina, and I am a high school librarian in the Raytown School District. And this is my 4th year there, my 12th year in libraries, and my 29th year in education. So I'm going to talk to you just real quick. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of the committees. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on them because we are going to have some slides that talk about these more specifically. And this is not even all of them, but some of them, as you can see, there's advocacy. There is the curriculum committee, which if you're interested in those online lesson plan database, they are working on reviewing them, coming up with more and adding to that. There is, of course, the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that is all about advocating that we get all books for all of our different types of students and that we encourage that type of reading. There is the Fall Professional Development Day. There's also a Spring Conference Committee. Finance, which is exactly what you think of it. They're in charge of the budget and all of that. Governance, they go through what our governing documents are. They might make recommendations for amendments, or they might update policies as other committees come up with things that need to be changed. Intellectual freedom, which I believe we're going to talk about that committee a little bit later as well. Legislative, they develop and oversee our legislative platform. Membership, that's the committee that I'm on. And so our job is to educate new members, as well as anybody who maybe has been around for a while but isn't sure what all that we offer. And we're also responsible for recruiting members, and we are taking over the mentor program this year as well. There's the Missouri School Library Standards Task Force, and they did a great job. We've got some great standards to look at, and that is also on the website. Nominations, overseeing who's going to be nominated for different offices. And then, of course, public relations, exactly what it sounds like, getting the publicity out there and working to make sure that everybody knows what's going on.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna Klein. I am the high school librarian at Republic. This is my 3rd year at Republic, 2nd year in that library, 7th year in libraries overall. And I'm just going to talk to you guys about our new standards that we have. So you can kind of see that draft there on the left-hand side. That's just like basically the product of what the task force did during the 22-23 school year. If you haven't gotten a chance to click on it, it's pretty cool. So I would recommend that you go in there, but like really looking at some of those big ideas. So reading engagement, information literacy, media literacy, and innovation, all of the things that we have all talked about being very essential to what we do. And now we finally have some updated standards. I really like the way that they've organized like the age groups. So for those who, do just a few grades, or those who do K-12, there's something in there for everyone. But yeah, they did a really great job with those. I'd recommend that you guys take a look at those.
Hello, it's Amanda Borner. I'm back. I'm going to talk to you now about the Readers Award lists and programs. If you look at the mission statement to the left, just talks about how we're encouraging our students in all grade levels to dive into quality literature. So these lists come about from nominations from Missouri librarians and teachers and students. If you look over to the right, we have 6 award lists. 4 of them are voting lists. So starting with grades 1 through 3, we have the Show Me Readers Award list. I'm most familiar with these first 2 as an elementary librarian, but they're picture books, basically. And to be eligible to vote in April, students must read at least 6 out of the 10 books. The next list is for grades 4 through 6. There are 12 of those books, chapter books, I tell my kids. To be able to vote in April, students must read at least 4 to vote. The Truman Readers Award is for grades 6 through 8, and to be able to vote in April for that, they must read at least 4. The Gateway Readers is for 9th through 12th grades. To vote for that, they need to read at least 2. And then the final 2 lists are non-voting lists, but there's the Dogwood Readers list for K through 12, and then the Denny O'Neil graphic novel list, again, grades K through 12. And if you're looking for books, we're bombarded with all different kinds of books, of course, but looking for high quality literature, these are great to go through if you just need a starting point. Also on the Maslow website, if you go to the Readers Award tab, all of these will have, or especially the Show Me and the Mark Twain have activities, links, ideas, pages the kids can do, websites, some STEM projects, and just tons of information. At the Maslow conference in the spring, there's usually breakout sessions for all of these also that can give you more ideas. So fantastic list and great list of ideas for books for you.
My name is Tracy Behrens. I'm a elementary librarian in the Fort Zumwalt School District, and I'm here to talk to you about the lesson plan database. If you haven't been to it, I say the easiest way to get to it on the website is you click on members. It says lesson database if you don't have these links. So the lesson plans have been submitted by Maslow librarians. Many contain instruction materials. They're easy to follow. They're for all grade levels. When you click on it, you can search by grade level, or you can just look through all of them. You can look through the title. I find it great. I've been using it. There's a lot of lesson plans for the Show Me's, and I've been trying to think of activities that I could do. So that was great for me, so I could see what other people thought of. They're always looking for more, so you can always submit a lesson to Google form to submit the lesson.
Hi, it's Marlene again. I'm sorry, I told you who I was, but I didn't tell you anything I did, I guess. So I'm a K through 12 district librarian at Leclerc County R1 School District in the Southern Massachusetts region. And I primarily spend my time though on a fixed K through 6 schedule at the elementary. So we, as Lisa mentioned, as the membership committee, have taken on the Maslow Mentors program this year. And our goal basically with the Mentors program is to get librarians with experience in a lot of different areas to help those librarians that might need it. And it doesn't just have to be brand new librarians. Things come up throughout the year that are different activities or different things that people might need help with. And we definitely want people to sign up for the Mentors program, whether it be as the role of a mentor to help out, or a mentee, somebody needing help with a project, or anything in particular. It's not necessarily a year-long process as a mentor and a mentee pair. It's meant more to specifically help you with a topic. So you can, enter on the form as many times as you need to. There are tons of different options for ways that you can get help, from everything from advocacy to policy making to collection development, weeding, story time, reading engagement, like you name it, like it's pretty much on there. So definitely sign up. It's easy to use a QR code. You can just sign up on the form, and then we get notified as the membership committee, and then we try to match people up. And right now we have more people needing mentors than we have mentors to fill those positions. So definitely, if you have experience and feel, even if you're just passionate about something and don't have all the information, we totally encourage you to sign up for the Mentors program.
Dawn Moore. I am a 3rd and 4th grade librarian in Camdenton. This is my 12th year there. It's my 28th year in education. I am the chair of the Scholarship Grants and Recognitions Committee. And one of the goals for our committee this year is to have more people apply. If you qualify for any of these, or you know a librarian or a friend of a library that you feel like you would like to recognize, we want to recognize you guys. So we would love for more people to apply. We usually have 2 or 3. Sometimes we have 0 apply. So really think about it. The application process really is pretty easy. If you go to the website and click on awards and scroll down to the second one, which says scholarships and grants, then each one is linked there. We are working on getting each of the rubrics linked as well. So you can also look at the rubric and see what we're looking for. So you can submit something that meets what we're looking for. Our big push is School Librarian of the Year. We only had 8 applicants total, I believe, last year. And so we'd like to have one from all 11 regions. So those applications are due November 1st. And anyone can apply. If you feel like you're doing something with little to no funding and it's an amazing thing that you're doing, apply. If you are doing a new program or doing something outstanding for students in Missouri or librarians in Missouri, apply. We would love to hear about what is going on in Missouri, and we want to recognize all of you. So please think about applying, encourage your friends to apply. If you know of a librarian that should apply, you can nominate them as well and apply for them. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. All other scholarships are due on December 15th, or grants.
Hi, everyone. This is Sheila Michaels, and I am a semi-retired librarian from Southwest Missouri. And Cassie Flores and I, this is our project for this year. So this is More Leaders. Matt approached us about coming up with some kind of project that would a little bit emulate ALA Emerging Leaders, but do it for Massillon, and so that we can get people who really want to be involved and people who want to be connected and people who want to develop their leadership skills, that we would have a cohort for them to do that. Cassie, what do you want to add?
We have an information sheet, the link on the left, that you can click or scan the QR code that gives just some quick information about it. Really, I think the main thing is that it's not like a massive time commitment, spending like hours and hours of work on this. It's supposed to be something that we can all kind of share the work and maybe do like 1 to 2 hours a week or something like that, just as a way to like learn like how the collaboration process works. As you get into these kinds of committees, you're working online. It seems stressful sometimes. So being able to like have experience in that is really exciting.
Agreed. And Cassie, as you just came through Emerging Leaders through ALA, right? And so what was your biggest takeaway from that to being in that cohort?
Yeah, I think it was just great to really get to know other librarians. We are so far apart across the whole state of Missouri. And when you get a chance to really, even just meeting for every other week and getting a chance to hear what they're doing in their library and how what you're working on affects you and can affect others, it's just a really like authentic learning experience.
Yeah, I agree. And I know a lot of you will say that, oh, I'm a K-12 librarian, or I'm a K-12 librarian, or I'm one of 2 librarians in my district, which has to be, hard and kind of isolating sometimes. Librarians are usually the only one in our buildings. So this cohort is designed to really get you connected to people in Massillon, to build those really strong bonds and relationships, and hopefully build your leadership skills in order to hopefully participate in committees in the coming years. And so I don't know how many beginning librarians we have in our meeting tonight. ALA Emerging Leaders is designed for like those people in the first 5 years of librarianship. Our More Leaders cohort is designed for anybody who wants to participate. So it is true, like when Cassie and Matt and I were talking through this project, in the first 5 years of librarianship, you may be finishing your master's degree. You may be doing like you wouldn't even have the time or the capacity to do this. So this is for anyone who wants to apply. We're not necessarily looking for new librarians in the field. We're looking for people who just want to expand their participation and expand their capacity in Massillon. So really reach out to the librarians in your district and encourage them to apply. Our best case scenario is that we have the good problem of like, oh my gosh, we have so many great applicants. Who are we going to choose? Kind of like Dawn was talking about before, like we want a lot of applicants, so we want a good, strong pool. So encourage people to apply and apply if you want. You could have been a librarian for 15 years, but you're like, you know what? I really just want to dig in there and just do a project this year. Then this is for you. Anything to add, Cassie?
No, I think you summed it up. Great.
Okay, we were going to call this the Shazzle Castle program, but then we decided against that. So it is called More Leaders. But if I ever say Shazzle Castle, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there we go. And I'm going to mute myself. Okay.
Oh, Jen asks, is there a time frame for applications? We're accepting applications until November 6th. I want to say 6th. Yeah. So you have some time to apply, and we will also be at the October PD. So if you have questions, you want to ask us, anything like that, you're welcome to contact us.
Yeah, and hoping to have maybe sign up for even like a workshop where people can sit with us and apply and use that time to do their application. The application process is not super lengthy, it's not super complicated, but I know what library life is like. Sometimes you don't have an extra 15 minutes in the day. So giving you that extra time with us there, Cassie can ask questions, I can answer questions. But again, thank you, Cassie, for mentioning that. Feel free to contact either of us at any time. We'd be happy to walk you through it.
We're going to create a new Readers Award that bridges between the Show Me and the Mark Twain. So the target is grades 2nd through 4th. So it's kind of like the early chapter or emerging chapter book. The committee has been formed. It's Michelle Stegmeyer, Ann Reed, and Janice Steidem. The nice part is we met, we talked, and so we're working on a guide to follow. And with that, we hope to have that finished so that we can have a list of potential names in January or February, and then share that with your students and have students from across the Missouri pick the new name for the award. And hopefully that new name will be announced at Spring Conference in 2025. So it's an exciting time. Again, the committee's small right now, but again, that will expand in April. So if that's of interest to you, please check out the Get Involved form.
Hi, everyone. I am Hope Hunter, and I am an elementary librarian in St. James. I serve pre-K through 5th grade. This is my 17th year in the library and 25th year in education. So speaking of Readers Awards, there's a tremendous opportunity, even if you're not currently serving on a committee, but you would still like to be involved with creating some of those great lists. We have opportunities for everyone to be a reader selector. And that basically means the preliminary lists have been released, which are the top 25, and we need people to read those, as many of those top 25 as we can, and then that narrows it down to the list of the top 12. So anybody can do this. You are not obligating yourself to read all 20 or 25 books. You can read just as many as you can and then vote on those. Ballots will be handed out on or around December 1st, and then voting is due by the second Tuesday in January, which in our next second Tuesday in January will be January 14th. We would also like for you to encourage others to participate. This is free for teachers in your buildings to participate, parents and students. Students are really exciting to get involved because their votes count for double. This is a kids award after all. So please get involved with this, read a few of these. I will tell you, I'm working my way through the Mark Twain readers, the preliminary list for Mark Twain right now, and it is going to be a really good list next year. I am having a hard time. Every book I'm reading is just as good or better than the last one. So I'm excited about that. Sheila just commented that this is great for high school kids to put on college resumes too. So again, getting those kids involved is very, very critical. Fall PD is coming up. It will be on October 26th in my hometown of St. James. We will be spending the day at St. James High School. We have a wonderful lineup of speakers. We have everything from Tom Bober, who has spent some time at the Library of Congress learning about primary sources. He's going to be bringing some of his information back and sharing that with us. We have Jenna Kammer, who is going to be talking to us about collection development, kind of taking us back to the basics and sharing some resources to choose good fit books for our libraries and help us narrow down and hit some of those features that help select those books. We have Law for Libraries with Julie Jameson. We have our readers lists are presenting. We have several others as well. So I think it's going to be a really, really fun day with a lot of variety for your library needs for this upcoming school year. Oh, one other thing I did want to make sure to mention is we will have an exemplary school library program panel. And the way that this workshop is going to be designed is to be like a work session. There will be Lisa Scroggs leading it, but there will be several ESLP recipients there who can help you and answer questions and walk you through some of the processes, help you brainstorm and things like that to be able to turn in a successful application. If you are coming in the night before on Friday, October 25th, we will be having a social event. meeting at the elementary school. We have a getaway trolley that will take us around the town for about 30 minutes and show off some of the fall colors, because our town is the forest city of the Ozarks. So it is very gorgeous in the fall. And then we have a really good brewery that serves delicious dinners. So please come join us on Friday evening if you will be in town. And of course, don't forget about the magnificent spring conference. Jen Baldwin, our first vice president, and her crew with Becky Grisham and Marlena Howerton as her spring conference chairs are lining up a really, really fantastic event. So registration for both PD events are open. If you register for spring conference by the end of this month, then you will get a ticket to the author event. And if you register by January 31st, you'll have an exclusive Mazel t-shirt.
Hi, I'm Andrea Sumi. I'm the library director in Liberty Public Schools. I've been here since 2004, been the library director since 2007, and it's hard to believe this will be my 26th year in the library. So, and 28th year, Dawn, just like you, in education. So we're getting there. I also, before I jump in and just share briefly about upcoming with Intellectual Freedom, I'm really overwhelmed by the support and all of the amazing things that everybody's sharing. And I just love kind of how everybody is banding together and just kind of working so hard for the good of librarians across the state. So it's just kind of an awesome feeling to kind of get to hear what everybody's talking about. And then I have the pleasure of serving as ASL delegate. And so I get to build on some of the relationships that Matt and Hope before me, and even those before them, have started. And, you know, we've been partners with Missouri Library Association, but this year we will get to kind of formalize that even a little bit more. And we'll be able to share more details about that coming up pretty soon. But the committee that's convening with a small group of Mazel librarians will meet later on this week. And we're going to identify goals and priorities for supporting school librarians across Missouri as it relates to intellectual freedom. So look for a lot more to come from this team, and we'll have a lot more exciting things to share soon. So thank you.
Big thanks to all the committees who presented today and the team. Without you, of course, Mazel would not be as strong as it is. And thank you so much to Jill for hosting this office hours, and look forward to the next office hours in October.